So let's be honest for a second. Think about your favorite open world game. Grand Theft Auto 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Skyrim, The Witcher 3. Now think about that moment we've all had. You've stolen a fast boat in GTA 5 and you're just driving. You're heading out into the open ocean. The sun is setting. The music is perfect. You're an explorer. You're free. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, the engine dies. The boat stops. A message flashes on the screen. Turn back. There are sharks. You're pushed back. You've hit it. The edge of the world. The invisible wall. The hard limit of the sandbox. Or you're in Red Dead Redemption 2 and you try to ride past Blackwater into the desert too early. Boom, you're instantly headshotted by an invisible sniper. Every open world game in history is a box. A beautiful, massive, incredibly detailed box. But a box nonetheless. And for the last 25 years, Rockstar Games has been the undisputed king of building the most beautiful boxes in the world. Grand Theft Auto 3's Liberty City, an island. Vice City, a collection of islands. San Andreas, a massive island. Grand Theft Auto 4's Liberty City, an island. And of course, Grand Theft Auto 5's Los Santos in Blaine County. It's the biggest, most detailed, most successful map they have ever created. And what is it? It's an island. For over a decade now, we've been trapped on this island. And in GTA Online, we have done everything there is to do. We've bought every apartment, every bunker, every nightclub. We've driven down every road, flown over every mountain, and sunk to the bottom of every part of the ocean. We've been stuck. And Rockstar knew this. They knew we were desperate for something new. So in 2020, they gave us an expansion. They gave us Cayo Perico. Now, let's be honest about Cayo Perico. It was a brilliant heist. It was a new location. It was fun, but only for a while. But was it even really? It was really just an instance. It was an instance location. It wasn't an expansion of the world. It was a vacation from it. You couldn't just drive your boat there. You had to go to a specific spot on the map, enter a submarine, and watch a loading screen. You were teleported to a completely separate private session. You couldn't be in a police chase in Los Santos and end up on the beaches of Cayo Perico. You couldn't fly your own jet there. Cayo Perico actually broke the single most important rule of Grand Theft Auto worlds: seamlessness. It was a different, smaller, and ultimately separate box. This was the Cayo Perico problem. It was the ultimate admission that GTA 5 maps, as a design, was a dead end. It was an island, a closed system, and there was no way to make it bigger. They had built themselves into a corner. Now for Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar is not just building a bigger box. They're doing something they haven't done in the HD universe ever. Today we're doing a deep dive on the single most revolutionary and most overlooked detail from Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks. We're not just talking about the size of the map. We've already covered that. We're talking about its shape. This is why Grand Theft Auto 6's map, the state of Leonida, is not an island. And this is why that single design choice is the key to the next 10 years of this game. What's going on, everyone? In our last few videos, we have covered the trilogy of the GTA 6 revolution. In video 1, we talked about the grand convergence, how the world is a perfect hybrid of the RPG freedom of San Andreas and the grounded, immersive detail of Red Dead Redemption 2. In video 2, we covered the future of online. We talked about Project Rome and how GTA Online is evolving from a game into a new platform. And in our last video, we did a deep dive on the heart of the game, the story of Lucia and Jason. If you missed any of those videos, the links are in the description. They are the foundation for everything we're talking about today, so go watch them. No, seriously, I'm gonna stop right here. Go watch the videos, I'll wait. Today, we go back to the world, back to the map. We know the game is set in the state of Leonida, which is, of course, Rockstar's fictional, satirical version of Florida. We've all seen the trailer. We see the Vice City beaches. We see the neon-drenched nightlife. We see the Grassrivers, their version of the Everglades, teeming with alligators. We see the Leonida Keys, their version of the Florida Keys. And it looks like, for all intensive purposes, like a peninsula. And for months, the entire community, myself included, has been operating under the assumption that just like the real Florida, the map would be a peninsula. It would be surrounded by water on 3 sides, and on the northern edge, an invisible wall, a big, impassable mountain range. You are leaving the area warning. But to me, it would still be a box, just a bigger box, a way more detailed box, but still a box nonetheless. But one single tiny incredible clue uncovered by the most meticulous data miners and map analysts in the community just shatters that entire theory. Back in the 2022 leaks, fans spotted a building looked like a prison, and it wasn't just any prison. The community did what it does best. They matched the architecture, the layout, everything. It's a near one-to-one recreation of a real-world prison, the Augusta State Medical Prison. Now, I want you to go look this this up right now because it's undeniable. The layout, the building shapes, it's all there. Rockstar's landmarks, as we know, are painstaking, satirical recreations. They don't just guess. And this is the million-dollar question. If that prison is in the game, where is it in the real world? This is Florida, our Leonida, and this is where Augusta is. But Augusta is in Georgia. It's not in Florida. Now let that sink in for a minute. This isn't an Easter egg. This isn't a random texture that a developer copy and pasted. This is a geographical anchor. This is a massive multi-million-dollar asset that Rockstar's developers built based on a real-world location. And that location is definitely 100% outside the state of Florida. This is the community smoking gun. This is the developers in their own work telling us exactly where the northern edge of their map is. It's not an ocean. It's not an invisible wall. It will be a state line. This is, and I am not exaggerating this in any way, a monumental design choice. It has profound implications for the entire future of this franchise. For the first time in the HD era since 2008, Rockstar is building a map that is not a self-contained, isolated, closed-off island. They are building a world that physically touches another, unseen world. They are building a land border. Okay, I hear you saying, calm down, it's a line. Why does it matter? Why are you freaking out over a border? Guys, I'm freaking out because of what the line represents. It represents the future. It represents a plan, a long-term plan. Let's go back. Remember the oldest, most ambitious, most insane rumor about GTA 6? The one we all obsessed over for years? Project Americas. The idea that the game would be so massive and that it wouldn't just be Vice City, it would be a sprawling, epic, encompassing multiple cities, maybe even multiple countries. Vice City, a new Carcer city, and, as the name implies, maybe even locations in a fictional South America. That's why it was Americas, but in plural. Now, clearly, that was scaled way back for the initial launch, and thank God for that. A game of that size would be impossible to build, or it would be a mile wide and an inch deep. But the idea, the philosophy behind Project Americas, it's definitely not dead. And that land border is the proof. This is what you call profound architectural planning. Think about it this way. When you build a house, you don't just build the rooms you need today. If you're smart, you build it with load-bearing walls. You build it with a foundation that can support a second floor. Even if you don't plan to build that second floor for another 10 years. This land border, this is Rockstar's load-bearing wall. It may be the architectural foundation for the next 20 years of Grand Theft Auto. Now let's go all the way back to the Cayo Perico problem. Here's the map of GTA 5. It's a perfect rectangle. It's a closed system. When Rockstar in 2020 desperately needed to add new landmass, where could they put it? They couldn't just put it in the north. That's an invisible wall. They couldn't put it to the east or the west. That's just endless, empty ocean. They had to put it way down here in the south, completely disconnected from everything. And to get us there, they had to break their own biggest rule, seamlessness. They had to use a loading screen. They had to teleport us. It was clumsy. It was immersion breaking, and it was a technical nightmare. It was a hack. Why? Because the original map of GTA 5 was never, ever designed to be expanded. It was a masterpiece, but it was a finite one. Now look at Leonida. It's not a closed box. It's an open-ended system. It has a northern border that touches something else, a fictional Georgia, a new state, a new world. So here's the entire strategy. That land border, it's a path. It's an open-ended highway for future content. It is infinitely easier for a developer to just bolt on a new map to the side of an existing one than it is to float a new one in the ocean. All they have to do is remove the road closed sign. And this is the how and the what. The how, it's a technically feasible path. It's a highway, it's a road. The what, it will be seamless. Seamless. That's the magic word. That's the revolution. That's the entire solution to the Cayo Perico problem. I want you to really imagine what this means for us as players. Let's paint a picture. It's 2030. 4 years have passed since Grand Theft Auto 6 shattered every single record known to man. The single player story mode was a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. GTA Online, running on the Project Rome platform, is a thriving ecosystem that's bigger than Minecraft. We've done it all. We've explored every single inch of Leonida. We've done every heist in Vice City. We've hunted every alligator in the Grassrivers. We've raced every street in Port Gellhorn. We found every collectible. We've seen every single site. And we're starting to get that old, familiar feeling. That feeling we had in 2020, we're starting to get bored. And just then in that moment, Rockstar drops a trailer. The trailer is just one shot. First-person view from inside a car. The radio is playing. We see the dashboard, the hands on the wheel. The car is driving north. north. We see a sign for a town we've never heard of. We see the biome change. The tropical swampy palms of Leonida give away to a deep, dark pine forest of a fictional Georgia. And then we see it, a massive concrete road-closed barrier, the one that has been at the north end of the map for a solid 4 years. And a bulldozer just smashes right through it. The screen goes black. Grand Theft Auto Online, the Northward expansion, coming Tuesday. Now here's the magic. Here's why the land border matters. That's the ultimate fulfillment of the open world dream. A world that doesn't just exist, but it grows. A world that is not a static box, but a living, expanding platform. This is what it means when we say Rockstar is planning for a decade-plus lifespan. They are building that future-proofing into the very foundation of the map itself. But that's just my take, putting all the pieces together from what the community has found. That Augusta clue, it's more than just a cool detail. For me, it's a spark of hope. Hope that Rockstar has finally built a world that can grow. Hope for a kind of massive single-player DLC that we've been dreaming about for over a decade. But let's be real for a second. We have to remember who we are talking about. We have to remember Grand Theft Auto 5. Remember all those rumors? Liberty City DLC, North Yankton DLC, epic single-player expansions that were supposedly in the works, and what happened to them? GTA Online happened. The game became a multi-billion-dollar money-printing machine, and just like that, all of those ambitious single-player plans just vanished. They were canceled. Rockstar's focus shifted entirely to the online cash cow. So that brings us to the real billion-dollar question for Grand Theft Auto 6. Did Rockstar build this land border for us, for Lucia and Jason, to give us the sprawling, story-driven DLC that Red Dead 2 proved we are starving for? Or did they just build a bigger, better ramp for the next version of GTA Online? Is this seamless highway just a way to sell us new online properties in a new state, repeating the same cycle all over again? This is the real conflict. This is the big unknown. I want to believe they're going to give us a single-person player story expansion, but what do you think? Will this land border be the gateway to incredible new stories, or just a bigger playground for GTA Online 2.0? Do me a favor, guys. Let me know your theories down in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to find your way back for more GTA 6 content. You guys have been loving the videos. I really appreciate all the feedback, all positive for the most part. And I even appreciate the negative feedback because it helps me get better. So thank you for everything. And if you're new here and you have no idea what we're talking about, you need to check out our other deep dives because we are just getting started declassifying this game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in GTA 6.